especially since you're coming off of 2025 BarberCon Educator of the Year. What does education need going forward? Because it's changing. So what do we need going forward?
For me, I feel like we're going to see less influencers and more educators.
Yes, sir. I want you guys to take out your phones, take a picture of that QR code, because this is your last chance to enter the Grade 8, correct? And speak on the Grade 8 experience Andis is hosting.
So the Grade 8 experience is something that we really just started here at this show. So this is a first time thing where we're actually adding value back into the show floor. If you've been at hair shows, you've seen us do it lately. But we decided to bring it to the lead show and bring more value, giving you a hands-on experience with Andis, education at the booth, testing out our new product, just so that people can honestly get a true feel of what it is, because we all know influencers get paid to talk bad about other product companies. But when you get to experience it yourself and feel it yourself and work with it yourself, you can't deny what you already suffered. So that's why we want to bring that experience to life.
It is a beautiful time, because if you want to educate, if you want to beat the next John Mosley in your own right, get your hands on the clippers, get your hands on the tools and sink them into some hair. So make sure you take a snapshot right there, enter your last chance experience of the Grade 8 pop-up experience.
Yeah, I heard it's at like
5 o'clock at the Andis booth, correct?
Right at the Andis booth. If you missed it, easy, just let her take over the Andis booth with the first 8 that won for this morning. And now you're going to get myself and Stormy after we're done. We're going to rotate over there and get that hands-on experience as a Grade 8.
Which is crazy invaluable, because you don't always get to stand next to John Mosley and Stormy or sit next to Lisi and cut hair. Make sure you take the snapshot. Take advantage. It's more than just a picture, I promise you. Let me bring up your partner representing OKC. The one, the only Miss Stormy. Make some noise for the Andis team.
Let's go. You ready? I don't think you're ready.
I don't think they're ready.
I don't think you're ready. What is that? That's your only move? I didn't catch it. Won't you? Damn, DJ. Hey, DJ, we up here already. Okay, there we go. There we go. See you land the airplane. Hey, look. Show them that movie you showed me last night at the loser spot.
Oh my gosh, y'all. They had me out there losers line dancing, but I put a little tag in. I learned how to call a bull.
Oh, you did? That's how you call a bull? I said she had too much rhythm inside that line dance. I was like, yo, we at the wrong spot. Me and my man Brad fell out of place, but it's all right. We back in our space right now. This is our element.
Home sweet home.
Home
I'm
sweet
super
home?
excited.
What you excited about?
Just being here amongst other artists, amongst our people, amongst our family.
You know what's crazy to me? Is that right now we about to give out some dope education, and people still worried about what's going on in the booth. They need to come up and come hang out with us and understand the value that we about to bring. I noticed you got little bears on the side too. What's that for?
Yeah, I was walking through the woods and I came out with a couple beers on me.
Oh my God. Well, look here. We both represent Andis Clipper Company. My name is John Mosley. Most people know me as Popular Nobody. Stormy Kelly on Instagram. She's just Stormy, and that's Stormy with an I. I gotta make sure I say that, or I'm gonna get yelled at. But more importantly, what we here to do is just provide dope education. I know we're gonna have a hot mic out, so if you got questions, please ask us. Whatever question it is, that's gonna help. Stormy is a little different, and I'm gonna praise her a little bit. She's different at what she does. She is not a barber, even though she works for Andis Clipper Company. She's a cosmetologist. She has a full book of color. And I'm gonna get in your business a little bit, because I feel like inside barber stations, they gotta know what the numbers look like, right? Money talk. So, how much is your average service ticket?
$265.
How much?
$265.
Why are you whispering? Barbers brag all day about doing $200 haircuts, and you over here whispering. How much is your average service ticket?
My average is about $265.
So think about this. She's not a barber, but what she does, she uses Andis clippers to put them in her hand and cut long hair, pinchies and everything with clippers. So what you're gonna see Stormy do today is just that. She's I'm going to do some pixie cuts, show you how to create texture, show you how to make movement happen with this side of steel hair to allow that flow, that natural ability, right?
Create softness, because a lot of times when you think about a flipper or a machine, we think about hard lines and strong shapes. I'm going to create a strong shape, but make it soft. Also, don't forget about the ergonomics of it. How many times you got to do this with a scissor to cut a weight line? And then you just do this one time with a flipper. And I'm going to show you guys how to do some condensed cutting techniques so you can work smarter and not harder.
I'm a fan, but I get to watch Stormy a lot. Because here, sometimes, even today, you might see me stop what I'm doing just to watch. Because even though I'm an educator, even though I keep being an educator of the year, I still like to learn myself. I'm never above the person I'm standing next to, nor anybody in the room. Because everybody can teach somebody something, and that's what makes us all teachers. Now for me, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do what I call, it's basically a drop fade, but my model has a lot of weight up top. So I'm going to reduce the weight. The same way Sereni's going to show you some clipper technique, I'm going to do the same thing at the top of the head as well. But I'm going to make sure I clean them out really good. And I asked him, I said, hey man, can I cut your hair? He said, no, last time I went to the barber, man, I got messed up. I said, I promise you this won't happen today. And so I had to scroll through my Instagram and show him a haircut real quick. And now he's ready to come hang out with us. So, models are ready? I guess so. Come on up, come hang out with us.
Chelsea. This is my beautiful model, Chelsea.
What's up, Chelsea? Oh, look, Chelsea got her swag. You already walking with it. I see you,
She
Chelsea.
got them Converse, my favorites.
What?
You heard what I said, my favorites.
All right, so before we get started, I always like to educate on the tools I use first. And the reason why I educate on the tools I use first is because I want you to get familiar with why I use what I use, when I use what I use. So, let me find my cage. Some of you already coming ahead. You racing me or something today? We got 54 minutes now.
I'm ready to cut some hair.
You run this way. All right. So we're gonna talk about the technique. We're not using as many tools as I'm using.
Right.
You want to talk about your tools first?
Let's talk about my tools. One of my favorites is the Andis Preview Edition. It has a ceramic blade. The softness is usually the finish of a dry cut shear, like a high carbon steel shear. The soft slide. I can create my career with this clipper. Also, one thing about it, you just left-handed one number today. Left-handed.
Only one left. You got two left. I said another left over here.
Okay.
Oh, three. Okay, left. Don't be ashamed. Y'all got my stuff.
So the lever on the side is interchangeable. It can go to the left side. So if you're left-handed, this is perfect.
I'm sorry, I got you. I'm falling off the level. All right, so my tools of choice today. You're gonna see me use a couple of different ones. I'm gonna pull them out, and I'm gonna explain why. How many of you use a detachable blade? Two people use a detachable? See, the internet not talking about detachable blades enough. Only old school, right? So, let's talk about a detachable blade. I'm using our Super CR. The reason why I use this detachable blade is because it's basically a lawnmower. It's going to reduce the bulk really quick, establish a haircut. All my haircuts I cut through a system. To me, system means save yourself stress, time, energy, money. So the more you work with the system, the easier it is for you to achieve the haircut with the time that matters. You know how we don't work for nobody but our client. I don't care what nobody's telling you on the internet. These are the people we work for. So if we don't have these lawyers sitting in our seat, we're not making no money. It's just that simple. So what I like to do is use that detachable blade system and allow myself to establish my shapes, and then I come back with an adjustable lever clipper. So the Super CR, detachable, you can see I can take that off. Also, when you cut it on, when I cut that on, you're gonna have that green light. But if I come in and I move this lever, notice that light got lighter and lighter. The reason why it gets lighter and lighter is because it changes the speed. So I can go full speed or I can go a little slower. So typically if I'm going slower on the motor, I'm actually creating more texture so I can skip more hair. But when I'm deboking, I'm going all full speed. The next clipper, you're going to see me use our Black Label Master with our face blade. How many of you are original Master fans? How many of you ever used the Master? Okay, so you know the original Master comes with our taper blade. And then you got the Fade Master, right? And the difference is the Fade Master goes from a 5 dot to a half, where the Master picks up our 5 to a 000, and the Master picks up from the 000 all the way to a 1. But with the Fade blade, you're going from your 4-aught all the way into that, like right up underneath the half, or right around that half, and then it picks back up where you left off. So imagine those two blades marrying each other. That's what happened. And then I'm going in with my Phenom. This is the clipper that you see over at the Andis booth. This Phenom is an amazing clipper. C-charging port, got a click lever, non-click if you want to take it out. And also, we just released that you can take the blade off and add the Fat Master blade, the regular Master blade, and the Fade blade. So I'm gonna pass it back to you, because you already got your stuff on.
Beautiful Chelsea. She loves her haircut, but we're just going to eat it up for her just a little bit. What I like to do is to complement her bone structure. You see where the weight is in the back? The only difference between masculine and feminine cuts are more rounded. You want to create that nice sculpture. When I'm looking from the side, like on the short haircut on the female, I'm looking for that question mark. Where's the occipital bone? How does it complement her side profile and her bone structure? So what I'm going to do is start off wet and reduce some of the weight under the occipital bone, because short does what to long, pushes it. So we're going to maintain that side and create that question mark shape. Also, we're going to soften it, remove some weight out, and she said it's too bulky up top. So I'll show you guys a lot of dry cut techniques. A lot of times when we think about texturizing a dry cut, we only focus on the ends. Well, for me, I like to think about it in different sections. Your base, your mid-shaft, and your ends. So when you see me working towards her base, I'm going to create volume of the middle, mid-shaft. I'm going to spread the hair out. The ends are for condensing. I shouldn't have to do too much on the ends. But also, before I get started, when you see me using my clipper overhand, this is for more of a diffused line. Underhand, I'm creating a straight line, more precision. So we start, y'all with it? Are y'all woke?
They're not woke.
They ain't woke.
I bet you
I don't
start
feel the
cutting.
energy.
I bet you when you start cutting hair, they're gonna wake up.
I got a lot of juice, but I'm gonna y'all thirsty. Y'all want to pass the bed.
And look, I told y'all it's crazy. Now look, I also like to identify where my challenges are from the previous haircut so I can rebuild it. It's just like an architect. You're gonna tear down the building and rebuild it to make it like it, right? So when I look at haircut, man, I'm not excited, bro. What are you talking about? You did your last one from early. Jeez. Identify. Hold your head down. I'm sorry, back. So you see how his hair flattens out right in this cowlick area? So for me, we know we gotta keep it lower set, or I gotta take it up completely. And the reason why is because his occipital bone is protruding, but it protrudes way down here compared to actually coming off the crown.